Okay, moving on to another hip joint exercise. This is my favorite tool at the moment. It's the half cut of the, you probably see in the gym the round one, but this is a half cut one. You don't have to use this if you don't have one. I didn't have one for ages. You can use just a bath towel and roll it around and put it under your lower back. And this space is limited in the video. I hope that's capture. Okay, here, just where my lower back is. You'll find it where you are. That make you feel good. Okay, now move to one side, and that really stretches the entire side part of your body. Okay, from there, so you can see in the spine, and all the muscle attached, which is psoas, goes to your hip joint, and that's a really good stretch area. And do the other side, and often it cracks. And that's a really good exercise to strengthen it and also stretching. Just lying down and stretching a lower back is also very important if you sit down long hours. And then you can also open the hip. You can sit down like this. So one leg on the ground, and then you can open the pelvis. That way you can straighten your neck, and then I don't have the space right now, but I can straighten it and I put your knee open, close. I've done that on the floor before, but you can have that curvature in your back and do the same to test, or I'll give a bit more distance for the hip joint to add some exercise to that. Now that's a pretty easy low impact exercise that you can do for the hip joints. Now this one is a little bit more challenging, so you go to the lower, heels together, hands back, head is also straight down to the ground, so it's not this or not this, but just heel to the ground, and then breathe out and lift it up, and really use your core to lift your knees. Hold it, really feel the core and glute, and inhale down. You can do that, a few times, probably up to 5 times. And then also, I want you to move to maybe like that. Yes, knee to the chest. Now, open up like frog position, keeping this intact. So don't rely on a completely hip joint, because that can overextend. What we have to do in terms of hip joint stability is that you've got to train all the muscles around it, particularly glute and core and all this, but they all work together and abreast together, so it doesn't, particularly people who are hypermobile like myself, if you don't have any other support and you just snap the kick, it can tear it very easily, because it's a very fragile area. So go in there, open, make sure core is engaged, and then open up the leg. Okay, and then go in, out, in, out, in, out to train. You'll feel the muscles around here working, but make sure the core is flat against the floor. And then go make a circle and the other way. If you feel it's going too much for here, then don't go over to your limit. Go to somewhere halfway and go there and just increase your mobility. You can do one leg at a time. You might feel the difference in your legs, and make a circle with it. Make sure you come back to this position and close. Don't go directly down to the floor and then go to the floor. And then you can increase the strength and stability by one step at a time. Lower, higher, closer, a little bit lifted, okay? And that's going to give you a lot of strength that you will need. Particularly, you can see this, or maybe that is better for you to see. That is for your kekomi. This is for keage. You do need those strengths here. And not just this, but connected to core. Most of you, particularly people doing karate for a long time, have a very strong quad, particularly here. But you are not really using the combination, then you strain the hip joint. Another thing, this is great for people who suffer knee aches, is, okay, once again, come to the center, because this stimulates inner core, transverse as well as psoas, and lift the heel up. Make sure it's lifted and the knee straight, and the heel has to be toes really close to you, so that pushing the heel against the ceiling. So then you really extend entire back of your leg. Then you will go 1, 2, 3, 4, go. And once again, the back should not sway, it should be on the ground flat. And then you can do reverse bicycle, and make sure when you extend it's straight. Back is straight and heel flexed. Oops. Okay, and you can go down, 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 down to the lower ground, come up, come up. This is quite sweating exercise. You can do quite a lot, and you also can do 1, 2, 3, 4, just lifting a hip up. That'll also strengthen area around just the back of your hip joint. And then also, I will need to check your hip mobility. So together here, you can do this. Musubi dodge. And the other way. And you just use one side, the other side. So only one leg. It's harder if you have both legs up and just do one leg. Okay. So initially you may want to put the one leg down, one leg up, then you just use that. And then when you're doing that, don't rely on, once again, your flexibility, but rely on moving from your core. So I want you to feel that you're moving your leg or ankle from here onwards. Then you can train the coordination of your body and also hara as well, because you're always constantly energizing from the lower abdomen.